On the morning of December 26, 2004, a tremor that began on the seafloor off the west coast of Indonesia's Sumatra island irreversibly shook not only the depths of the ocean, but also the lives of millions of people. At 7:58 in the morning, an earthquake measuring between 9.1 and 9.3 struck. This was the beginning of not only the region's, but also humanity's greatest natural disasters. Shortly after, massive tsunami waves surged across the Indian Ocean. This catastrophe, in which approximately 230,000 people lost their lives, was etched into memory as the greatest tsunami in history. The earthquake's epicenter was located on the seafloor off the coast of Aceh, Indonesia. It occurred along the massive fault line between the Indian and Burma plates, with about 1,200 kilometers of fault rupture. This rupture suddenly uplifted the seabed. As a result, enormous masses of water were displaced at high speed, creating tsunami waves that advanced toward neighboring countries. The wave first struck the west coast of Sumatra. Many locals tried to escape when they saw the waters rising rapidly, but there was little time. Then, 14 countries, especially Sri Lanka, India, Thailand, and the Maldives, faced the tsunami. It was so powerful that it reached Africa's east coast, even the shores of Kenya and Somalia, 5,000 kilometers away. Aceh, Indonesia, was the most affected area. An entire city was almost erased from the map. More than 167,000 people died. Streets, homes, mosques, and schools turned into piles of debris mixed with water. Villages along the coast of Sri Lanka were wiped out. Near Colombo, a train was derailed by the tsunami, killing about 1,700 people. This event went down as the deadliest railway accident in history. Thousands of people were swept away in the Indian state of Tamil Nadu. In Thailand, popular tourist destinations like Phuket and Khao Lak witnessed the deaths of hundreds of locals and tourists. In the Maldives, 10% of the country was temporarily submerged, and all settlement areas on 26 islands were evacuated. The tsunami destroyed not only people, but also many historic structures and infrastructure. Historic Hindu temples in Sri Lanka were submerged. Hundreds of mosques collapsed in Indonesia. Temples, cemeteries, and bridges were damaged in India. In Thailand, historic fishing villages were wiped away along with their past. Not only individuals, but also the memories of entire communities vanished in these waves. In terms of infrastructure, thousands of kilometers of roads, power lines, water facilities, schools, and hospitals became unusable. In the Maldives, airport runways were completely submerged. About 230,000 people lost their lives as a result of the tsunami. More than 45,000 were missing. Over 1.7 million people were left homeless. Tens of thousands of children were orphaned. The losses were not limited to lives alone. Millions suffered psychological trauma, and coastal communities lost their livelihoods. Economically, the material damage caused by the disaster exceeded $13 billion. Indonesia's economic loss was about $4.5 billion. The tourism, agriculture, and fishing sectors were hit hard. After the tsunami, aid poured in from all around the world. The United Nations, European Union, United States, Japan, and many countries sent hundreds of millions of dollars in aid. NGOs, volunteers, and the media were major actors in this process. But delivering aid was not easy. Airstrips and roads had disappeared. In some cases, help could only arrive by sea. In many areas, people went days without access to clean water and food. This disaster paved the way for global measures against tsunamis. In 2005, the IndianOceanTsunami Early Warning and Mitigation System was established. The system aimed to detect tsunamis and issue early warnings to the public through underwater seismic sensors and coastal radars. Tsunami drills, education programs, and safe evacuation plans have been implemented in many countries. Thailand built tsunami warning towers along its shores. In Indonesia and Sri Lanka, coastal settlements were redesigned, and settlements in lowlands were no longer allowed. Today, thanks to the 2004 disaster, the world is more aware. However, this preparedness has not diminished the magnitude of the pain. Every year on December 26th, victims are commemorated on the anniversary of the disaster. The 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami is the deadliest and most destructive tsunami in history. The event revealed not only the power of nature, but also humanity's capacity for solidarity. Not only coastlines, but also destinies changed with the tsunami. Today, thanks to measures put in place, humanity is more prepared for such disasters. But the marks left on that day are too deep to be erased from memory, even if the waters have receded. We've described the impact and examples of solidarity created by such a devastating disaster on humanity. If you enjoy this kind of content, don't forget to like our video, subscribe to our channel, and share your thoughts with us in the comments.